Time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. Dangerous heat is expected to expand across the western U.S. this weekend. Multiple areas of unsettled weather from the Four Corners up to the upper Midwest, as well as the southeast to mid-Atlantic. Closer to home, a wet, active weather pattern of scattered to numerous showers and storms will occur today through the weekend, with the potential for heavy rainfall and localized flash flooding. Thunderstorms will also produce periods of small hail, small wind gusts, and areas of blowing dust, and the wetter weather will result in cooler temperatures with near to slightly below average daytime temps expected. The weather pattern will become slightly less active next week, but chance for showers and storms will continue every day. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. We'll grab a partner and go dancing today. The Alamo Senior Center presents the Friday Night Dance happening today from 2 until 5 at the Alamo Senior Center. $5 entry, 575-439-4150 for information. The community cleanup is happening tomorrow. We spoke with Mayor Pro Tem Sharon McDonald.
We have moved from 5th in Florida to the Dudley School on 6th in Maryland. So this is our first year having a structure where we can actually do business out of this year. And yet we're still offering, the fact that we could have you call in and give us your name, telephone number, and address. And if you need help at that address, we can come and help with your yard. And also we're offering the free shredding from 10 to 12 on Saturday also, but that's going to be at the headquarters, which is at Dudley School.
You can hear her full comments by checking out our YouTube channel, including the moment I forgot the woman's name. Funny stuff. Meet up tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. at the Dudley School in order to help. The 28th Annual Weed Bluegrass Festival kicks off tomorrow. We spoke with Mitzi Baker.
This Bluegrass Festival's been going on in Weed. This is our 28th year. They hold it to raise money to keep the community center there open. We've got 6 bands coming this year. They'll play all day Saturday and then till noon on Sunday. They'll play Gospel Bluegrass Sunday. It's just a community-wide event. There's people that come from all over. We got bands coming from all over. It's a really fun deal. Entrance
is $15 a person or $30 per family for Saturday, but the Sunday event is absolutely free. That's happening at 21 Weed Road in Weed. You can call Mitzi at 432-250-4524 if you have any questions. The Republican Party of Otero County presents Ruidoso Mayor Lynn Crawford for a community update. That's happening on Thursday, July 25th at 6 p.m. at the Republican Party headquarters located inside White Sands Mall. The annual Alamogordo Back-to-School Block Party is slated for July 26th from 4 until 7. That's at 805 12th Street, right across from the post office. And also on the 26th is Fourth Friday. Live music from Rockabilly Strangers at Washington Park from 6 until 10. Admission is free. Alcohol is prohibited. Well, today is Friday. That means we get a cat chat from Kitty City NM.
Hi, this is Kathy Denton with Kitty City, and welcome to this week's edition of Cat Chat. This week, we are featuring 2 of our sweet girls, Shasta and Sophie. They were returned to Kitty City after having been in their adopted home for about 2 months. They were returned due to no fault of their own. Sadly, a personal issue with their owners necessitated the cat's return. Shasta and Sophie were ideal pets and were loved during the short time they were in their adopted home. While we must face the fact that they are back at Kitty City, it is always difficult for us to see the kitties having to go through another transition in their lives. And I am sure it is equally as difficult or more so for the cats. They obviously have no idea what had happened and why they were pulled from the home they had become accustomed to. We are giving extra love and attention to Shasta and Sophie to help them handle this latest transition. For our part, we hope all the extra attention and affection will show them that they are still loved. Shasta is a domestic short-haired black cat and will be 6 years old in October. She is very friendly and loves being petted. Shasta likes to rub against human legs for attention. She would prefer interacting with her people on the floor. She is not a fan of being held, however. Shasta is spayed and microchipped and is up to date on her rabies vaccinations. Sophie first came to Kitty City because her owner was no longer able to take care of her due to health issues. She is a nearly 6.5-year-old and she is a light gray girl tabby. Sophie is naturally shy and mostly keeps to herself. However, she is sweet and gentle and responds positively to attention and affection from humans. We believe she would let you pet her head all day long. Shasta and Sophie have become friends from their recent adoption. Sophie has scar tissue on her right eye from a previous injury. It does not cause her any problems. Sophie is spayed, vaccinated, and microchipped. These two girls have been together at their recent adopted home, and we would like to adopt them out together again to their next forever home. Please come by and see Shasta and Sophie at Kitty City at 56 Stanley Ranch Road. Or check out our website, www.kittycitynm.com, to see all of our adorable, adoptable cats and kittens at Kitty City. Tomorrow, Saturday, July 20, there will be no adoption event at the White Sands Mall. Please join us next Saturday, July 27, for our next adoption event. Instead, please come by Kitty City at 56 Stanley Ranch Road to meet our adoptable cats from 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday through Saturday. And visit Alamogordo Animal Control from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Saturday to see all the adoptable cats and dogs. This has been this week's edition of Cat Chat. I'm Kathy Denton, and I will talk with you next week from Kitty City. Kitty City and you. No one loves them better.
This Kitty City report was sponsored by Maya's Collectibles.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Local news from local perspectives, from local voices. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Local sports, local events, and local happenings and more. Nonprofit owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County. AlamogordoTownNews.org. Heard daily on Crazy KALH Radio 95.1.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
Last night in Milwaukee, stars were out, such as Dana White.
This man is the toughest, most resilient human being that I've ever met in my life.
Hulk Hogan.
I know tough guys, but let me tell you something, brother. Donald Trump is the toughest of them all.
Kid Rock.
Say fight! Fight!
All to set the stage for the Republican Party nominee Donald Trump to accept the nomination.
Tonight, with faith and devotion, I proudly accept your nomination for President of the United States. Thank you.
Meanwhile, NBC is among news organizations hinting that Joe Biden may withdraw from the race or office as soon as this weekend. 40-year-old Isaac Lee Martinez is in the Donna Ana County Detention Center on multiple charges, including criminal sexual penetration by use of force or coercion, criminal sexual contact of a minor unclothed, and criminal sexual contact with a child. Court documents state that a detective with the Hatch Police Department started looking into Martinez when a woman brought her 15-year-old daughter's cell phone into the police station, claiming to have found nude images on the device. The detective learned that the teen girl had sent at least one nude photo of herself to Martinez, and she had received at least one nude photo of Martinez himself in return. The girl told investigators she met Martinez over Snapchat. The phone also contained text message conversations between Martinez and the girl. In one of the conversations, they discussed having sex in the back of a car. The girl told investigators about that encounter, which occurred in January of 2024. She described having sexual intercourse with Martinez, who was 39 at the time. Jail records also show that officials are holding Martinez without bond and that they had taken him on an arrest warrant for the felony charges. Portales police report that Benigno Castillo, age 51, was found shot inside of a vehicle. He was transported to the hospital and later succumbed to his injuries. That happened around 3:24 a.m. on Monday, July 15th. Well, since then, Portales police say that 36-year-old Anthony Ortega has been arrested following an hours-long standoff that began Tuesday evening. New Mexico State Police were requested hours into the incident and responded, which eventually led to Ortega exiting the home and being taken into custody. In addition to murder charges, Ortega's also been charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. An unnamed man in his 20s was seriously injured on the railroad tracks near Mount Cristo Rey in Sunland Park yesterday morning as he was trying to jump onto a train. Officials state that the man sustained a double amputation below the knees and was airlifted to the trauma center by Native Air. Crews with the Sunland Park Fire Department, Sunland Park Police Department, and Border Patrol assisted at the scene. No other information has been released. New Mexico lawmakers filled the roundhouse yesterday as part of the first day of the special session called by Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham. Her priority for the special session is to address public safety in New Mexico. Lawmakers in the New Mexico House of Representatives approved funding outlined in HB 1 to pay for the special session, recovery for those impacted by the South Fork and salt fires near Ruidoso, and assisted outpatient treatment programs, as well as competency diversion pilot programs. The governor's public safety package has been comprised of 8 bills, which look to address criminal competency standards, mental health treatment, crime reporting, pedestrian safety, gun violence, drug overdoses, and wildfire relief. In the Senate chambers, Republicans and Democrats voiced their opinions on the session, such as Senator Crystal Diamond Brantley, Republican of Elephant Butte.
I do want to thank the governor, and I know I don't get up here enough and often enough and give credit where credit is due. She deserves the credit for calling a special session.
Senator Joseph Cervantes, Democrat from Las Cruces, sees it differently.
There is a time and a place for a special session, but I think we've seen in the last few months the bills before us are so complicated at times and so deserving of our deliberative roles as lawmakers that we not rush them and do more harm.
Wait a minute. The Republicans are crediting the governor and the Democrats say this is not the time? What exactly is happening here? While Senate Democrats called out the governor's bills, saying they didn't think they were necessary or right for New Mexico, Republicans continue to urge the Senate chamber to pass them. Christopher Adam Jansen Tanner has been scheduled to be sentenced on July 25th for wire fraud charges. Jensen Tanner defrauded clients through false representations while owning and operating Roswell Escrow Services. Roswell Escrow Services appeared to help customers make real estate purchases, but documents show that Jansen Tanner redirected funds for personal use. He said as much in his plea. The FBI is asking anyone who was a client of Roswell Escrow Services between January 2017 and October 2019, and if you believe you were a victim of the wire fraud scheme, to call 800-225-5324 or visit tips.fbi.gov. Yesterday, we lost one of my favorite comedians of all time. Bob Newhart passed away at the age of 94. So in honor of him, we're going to play his famous meow.
Meow.
Thank you, sir, for the memories and laughs. Weather's coming up next. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Ever tried balancing a dozen eggs in one hand while hopping on one foot? Or maybe juggling cats while riding the unicycle? Sounds ridiculous, right? But guess what? That's exactly what texting while driving is like. Your human brain only has the capacity to focus on one thing at a time. So when you're behind the wheel, give driving your undivided attention.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Your Crazy Radio spot on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for partly sunny skies with a 50% chance of showers and storms. New rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch expected. Mostly cloudy skies tonight with a 60% chance of showers and storms. New rainfall amounts up to 1/4 of an inch expected. Mostly cloudy tomorrow with a 50% chance of showers and storms. Your high today in the basin, 92. Low tonight of 70. High tomorrow, 91 degrees. In Cloudcroft, there is a flood watch in effect until Saturday at 3 a.m. Partly sunny skies today with a 70% chance of showers and storms. New rainfall amounts between 1/4 to 1/2 inch expected. Mostly cloudy skies tonight with a 60% chance of showers and storms. New precipitation amounts up to 1/4 of an inch expected. Mostly cloudy tomorrow with a 90% chance of showers and storms. New precipitation amounts between 1/4 to 1/2 inch expected. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 70. Low tonight of 51. High tomorrow, 69 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. That concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.